See. I would come fuck you up, but I know you're working for the police, so I can't touch you. I'm not gonna touch you, man. So you can try and antagonize me all you want. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm sitting right here. So you can go ahead and try and aggravate me all you want. It won't work. It won't work, buddy. It won't work, buddy. It won't work. You ain't gonna get me locked up.
Can't make it in jail, that's why. Can't make it in jail, that's why. Can't make it in jail, that's why.
Now you guys notice what this gang stalker or police informant said? Now, why would he insinuate that this fellow targeted individual quote-unquote wouldn't make it locked up or incarcerated like the rest of the population? The law enforcement or sheriff's department control the correctional officers that run every jail and facility in America. So if the law enforcement or sheriff's department is singling out and pinpointing you as a free targeted individuals, you can only imagine what they're doing to them while incarcerated. Also, you guys have to think about it as well. The police department is controlling free people on the streets through gang stalking or community policing like this perp in this video with money, drugs or whatever they give them. So, it's definitely way easier to control inmates with less accessibilities and no freedom. Essentially setting up the targeted individual and covering it up, not as complicated as it would have been if the same TI was in the free world, if that makes any sense to you guys. Now I'm going to connect this with the blatant false labeling of myself and other targeted individuals by human trafficking and insisting BS with children or minors. That they know is bullshit and false, but this is the different levels of sabotage that this program goes through. I'll also be leaving a link to one of my previous videos enclosing the same thing in the video's bio titled Number 1.
Police department is trying to set me up. They're having little kids come up to me, or not set me up and trap me, set me up. It's the same thing. They're having kids come up to me and ask for cigarettes. They're having weirdos come up to me. I'm getting non-stop people asking for cigarettes, these people. And then after I give him the cigarette, he hawks out spit, and I turn around and some dude's recording.
I want you to pay attention how Everguard works, right? Now, I ain't recording no kid, but they sent this kid around here. This is how pedophiles do. They set up pedophile stings. That is part of their targeting and how they set them. The parents put their own teenage daughters in this fucking program, which is sick. And I'm gonna record this shit and I'm gonna put it on blast YouTube. You guys need to know what's going on with this Everguard shit.
Video, Rob. I said I wasn't gonna make no video today, but I'm gonna show you how these clown ass motherfuckers be doing this shit, bro. Like using little kids and this occult ass gang stalking setup shit, bro. Now, as you can see, this little white girl, right? So check this out. I'm just jump right into it because they're gonna try to fuck with my video because I'm showing y'all their techniques.
Check the little girl again. I keep sending the little girl down. That's crazy.
Now you see the guy just walked by? Let me go back real quick. Spanish guy or white guy or whatever he is. Right again.
Check the little girl again. I keep sending the little girl down. That's crazy.
That's the little handler, the little pimp. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. They send these little kids and shit. And they've been trained. A lot of them are, they've been used. They're using the neural monitoring on them and everything. Now, listen to the video. You're going to hear a little bump from a horn. That's a signal that the handlers like to use. But my thing is, why would you even send a child to a person? If you think that person was dangerous, why would you even play like that? That shows you these people don't give a fuck. This is all about human trafficking, setting people up and making money. That's what the fuck it is. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
That's crazy. Guarantee she walks fast. What did I tell you?
You heard the horn? That's the signal. You feel me? Play it again. I'm going to show you how this works.
That's crazy. Guarantee she walks fast. What I tell you?
You heard it?
All staged and orchestrated.
Now I'm showing you guys that an ex-Freemason attorney essentially exposes the entire court system, but in particular the judges and lawyers that are all involved in gang stalking. So essentially the whole court system is rigged in general. According to this ex-attorney, the judicial system have certain slang terms pertaining to targeted individuals or gang stalking called quote-unquote the white glove treatment, which I'm assuming is some sort of inside joke they have amongst each other, where they sabotage, lie and rig the specific targeted individual court proceeding, and give them an unfair and rigged process. All of this you would assume would definitely be illegal in every law in the book. Well, supposedly, but obviously not. If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll remember the several times the law enforcement stole or blatantly broke my property or victimized me. None of those officers were held responsible for any of those police misconduct violations. All this was reported to my attorney and the court system during my last incarceration period. So, shit, you would think victimizing fellow American citizens and targeting them in the first place would be illegal. So we all know that all trials and legal actions are supposed to be fair, unbiased, unrigged and equal based on the Constitution of the United States of America, but you know, based off this ex-attorney, this is definitely not true. Anyway, this is just a small clip. I'll be placing the full video link in the video description titled number 2.
And a lot of disinformation about this. And John, being told by his parish priest it was okay for him to join, the parish priest was wrong.
A lawyer of 20 years who taught Freemasonry to police, judges, and lawyers.
The influence of Masonry